right? But it's important to know that there's patience involved in that as well. Like God's promises will come to fruition, right? And knowing that he's going to come through is such a huge deal, right? So it looks like this. When we find ourselves in a difficult situation, we look at what God says about that situation. How do I handle that? What principles does he have? How do I obey God through all of this? We do that. We apply them, and then we step back and we trust God. We let him take care of the rest of that. And guys, I got to tell you, when you find yourself in the middle of a storm, there's no better way to find peace. You know, this August will mark 10 years since my wife and I lost our first daughter, Lila, to brain cancer. Diagnosed at the age of 2, she passed away at the age of 4. And I got to tell you, as we went through that situation, it was difficult. By far, the most difficult situation we've ever found ourselves in. But I got to tell you, because we understood what God's promises were for our life and for hers, it made it a whole lot easier to navigate. Now, not easy, but easier. To be able to focus on the end game, on what the results were going to be, whether we knew what they were or not, right? It made it easier to be able to navigate that difficult situation, right? And so here's what I mean, okay? Satan attacks our family, horrible, attacks our daughter, and all that. But what was important to us was, first of all, to recognize and understand the world that we live in. You see, where that begins is, it begins with facts behind the faith, like we just talked. Being able to prove God, Jesus, and the Bible to be true. That was paramount to all of this, because what that told us was God is still on his throne. Okay, God is still on his throne. He's got the love for us, the care for us, and he wants to see us succeed through this the best way we possibly can while working in a broken world. Okay, but what else comes along with that is an understanding of the world that we live in, right? To be able to look through that, be able to study it out and understand that there's a reason that bad things happen. Now, we have a similar at both locations why bad things happen to good people. It can walk you through that. But it's an understanding of the world that we live in that is broken. So for